smells like it's going to be a perfect 10 out of 10 review today.
Hey everyone, it's Richard Metal Fan here, and today we're going to be doing an old school album review, but not just any old school album review. Today is a very special day for metal today because on this day, on September 24th, 1990, 30 years ago today, the greatest album of all time has dropped. And I don't even need to introduce this, and you see by the shirt I'm wearing, we're going to be talking about my all-time favorite album, which is now 30 years old today, Rest in Peace by Megadeth. As you can see, I have a vinyl, an original little press CD signed by Dave Mustaine and David Ellefson, and my cassette. I just wanted to showcase all three, but mostly I'm just going to showcase this big fucking vinyl. Or hell, I'll even showcase the CD since it's signed by half of the lineup. It's crazy that this album is now 30 years old, and this is considered to be a metal classic, or just a classic in metal in general, and even in thrash metal. And some people probably know me that this is my all-time favorite album, period. Nothing will ever top this. Like, you can't change my mind. But yeah, let's just go dive right into this. Like, here we are at the turning of the new decade, 1990. Megadeth had gone through a little lineup change after So Far, So Good, So What, the previous album. Like, they got Chuck Bueller and Jeff Young had left the band, or kicked out, I don't know. But then I think Megadeth had made the best decision by recruiting two new members. They got the great Marty Friedman on guitar, which I think he is a excellent addition. In my opinion, he's probably my all-time favorite guitarist, period. Just like his soloing and just shredding is just great. Almost sounds very classical at times, or even neoclassical, I should say. And on drums, they have the late, great Nick Menza, rest in peace. And I think Nick Menza is probably, some people think I'm being biased, but I really don't give a fuck. I think that Nick Menza is the greatest drummer that Megadeth has ever had, period. It's just like, I don't even know how they made this album. This is a goddamn masterpiece, period. Just production wise is great. I heard it's produced by Mike Klink and Dave Mustaine. I just would love to talk to Mike Klink about the production and how the recording of this album is just fucking amazing. And just the vocally, just Dave Mustaine sounds pretty good, and just his guitar playing along with Marty's is just fucking amazing. Just like the leads that they come up with is great, and just the shredding and soloing and just everything is great. And the bass wise, David Ellefson, like I said, one of my all-time favorite bassists, and he does a really great job. Like, his bass is really heard well in the mix, especially there's some parts where there's some like little bass lines and stuff. You could definitely hear it, and damn, he pretty much like follows what the guitar does, and is just fucking great. And Nick Menza, the late great Nick Menza, does a great job on the drums. Like, I don't even know, like, I don't even know. I feel like Dave Mustaine and David Ellefson have found the two right guys. I really wish they would have kept that lineup from that album till now, but sadly Nick Menza's no longer with us. But yeah. So yeah, I probably rambled on for far too long, so let's just dive right into this album track by track. Now, starting things off is Holy Wars / The Punishment Due. Now, once you hear that little opening riff, that and then the rest of the band comes right in, you definitely know you're in for a treat, and then boom, it gets you just like headbanging and makes you want to just mosh in the pit. It just really just, all tempos just gets hot quicker and just makes you want to hit your head for pretty much about half of the song. And then the album kind of like drops down a little bit, surprisingly, has a little bit of a kind of like a Spanish kind of like classical guitar, and then some like heavy aggression just makes you just punch right in the face again, with Dave Mustaine being like, "Up on my podium as in the way to ska," and it just goes very mid-paced for a little bit. It has some really good solos, and then that tempo picks up back up with sort of like a guitar going, and it just showcases the band right there, and an excellent guitar solo from Dave Mustaine, and it just like really just builds up, and then it just ends right then and there. And then we lead into the next song on the album, which is Hangar 18. With that, it just pretty much just goes right in. When I think this is, in my opinion, the most melodic song on the album. Like, it has some really great melody, and there's some great guitar solos. And this song surprisingly has very few lyrics. It only has like 2 parts in there, but it's still a fucking rocking song. But just really just showcase the instrumental side, showing like the guitar soloing, sort of like there's like especially near the end, the song has like some really great trade-off solos between Dave and Marty. I think it pretty much ends just them just showing off really great. And then, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just like, this album is just amazing. Like, it's a flawless album. Anyway, moving on to Take No Prisoners, which starts off with just a... I'm sorry if I keep mocking the guitars. It just sounds so catchy. Like, it's just fucking great. Just like, it just gets you just headbanging, and just the lyrics just get you just... makes you want to chant, like, take no prisoners, take no shit. Fucking great lyrics. And, just like the soloing, and just is fucking great. Then we go on to the next song on the album, which is Five Magics. Now, I kind of wish this would have been like the 5th track, being like Five Magics, track 5. But anyway, it starts off really, really fast, just for a few seconds, and then it slows down a little bit, and it has a little bit sick bass line from David Ellefson. Just really just slows down a little bit, and then the guitar, Dave and Marty just come in with their little lead parts, and it really just like harmonize really great, and it's just really slow for a little bit, and then it picks up a little bit in tempo, and it's just another great song. Then we go on to Poison Was the Cure. It starts off with a little bass and intro and drums, and I just feel like David Ellefson just really just shines on this album. Like, he really stepped it up. Just like, I don't know, just like the bass, and he pretty much follows the guitars, but I just love how his bass almost has a little bit of melody as well as like the guitars do. But I don't know, like usually the bass sort of like handles the rhythm, but I'm surprised here the bass here pretty much just is very melodic again, and just it's another great song, just very mid-pace, just very rockin' song. Then we go on to the next song on the album, which is called Lucretia, which I had a little bit of a nitpick about it when I first heard it. Especially at the beginning, starts off with a little creepy laugh that, but then the rest of the band just comes right in. But I don't know, but it's grown on me. I mean, it's another one of my favorite songs from the album, and just boom, very mid-paced song. Really good lyrics, and just sets a great pace for the rest of this album. Then we go on to the song from the album, like one of the best songs, if not one of the best metal songs, period, which is Tornado of Souls. It has probably, in my opinion, the best solo that Marty Friedman has ever played. And it's very just, I love this song. It's, in my opinion, probably my favorite Megadeth song. It's literally perfect. It's like the soloing, the structure, everything. Great song. And then we move on to Dawn Patrol. And this is what I would consider kind of like a intermission. And it's just drums and bass. You could definitely see like David Ellefson and Nick Menza just shining well rhythmically. Like I feel like Megadeth has some really great rhythm section, but between like David Ellefson and Nick Menza, yeah, it's just a very like I said, the Dawn Patrol is sort of like a little interlude, sort of like the calm before the storm. And then the album closes with the title track, Rust in Peace, Polaris. It starts off with a drum solo from Nick, and I think this is pretty much in my opinion, one of his best drum performances on here. Between that or Skin on My Teeth, or even Trust from Cryptic Writing. And so I feel like, I don't know, that's a great drum intro, but then the rest of the band just comes in, it's just full on aggression, and especially like you think around probably like almost like 4 minutes in, it stops, but then it just kicks right back in again, and in the last minute or so, just the band just gives it everything they got, and then before you know it, this album is done. After like this, pretty much is 40 minutes in length, but yeah, it just makes you feeling like you wanted more. Now, apparently, if you get like a remastered edition, it comes with like a bonus track, and it's actually another unreleased song called "My Creation," which I don't know. No, I mean it's a good song, but I mean, this album is already so good at this point. It doesn't make it the album less good or less bad. It's already so good. Like, I don't even know how well you could top this. So overall, Rest in Peace by Megadeth, a classic. Period. Like, this album is a flawless. Period. So if I were to give this album a score, you definitely know what I'm gonna give it. I'll probably give it an infinity out of 10. Like, it's just that good. Like, it's even goes beyond its perfect 10 out of 10. So yeah, that's my review of Rest in Peace by Megadeth, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this fucking amazing album. I definitely know it's perfect, like, literally. So that's my review of the album. Thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see you all next time. And as always, keep it metal.
Hey everybody, this is David Ellison of Megadeth, and you are watching Richard Metal Fan.